Welcome back to my channel, guys. Next in food, I am your diva chef Simone Walker Barrett. Today I want to share with you a simple meal that you can make with cornmeal. This dish was inspired by the Trinidadian pastel. However, in Jamaica we have something similar and we call it dukono. It's usually sweet, but today I'm making the Trini version my way. And this pastel is going to be filled with baked bean, simple baked bean from the can, whatever brand you like. And this is some sausage. This is a pork sausage. All I did was to chop it up. You can add turkey if you do not eat pork, or even chicken sausage. And of course, we're going to need some onions. So I have a pot with a little bit of melted butter, about a tablespoon. I'm going to just saute the onions just to get them nice and soft. Now this dish is great for the persons who are always saying to me, "Oh chef, I'm tired of eating rice." Cornmeal is very inexpensive, it's very nutritious, it has lots of fibers, it has some protein in there, it is a complex carb. So I thought that this would be nice for you to try. Okay, so now that our onions are in, we're going to be adding our sausage. This is one sausage really. This is a great thing about pastels. It doesn't take a lot of filling. As I said before, I'm using a pork sausage, so you can use whatever sausage you like. A friend of mine from Trinidad, she showed me how to make this dish in culinary school, and when we made it for the first time, we actually put ground beef in it. So I was told that it's a big part of the culture in Trinidad, and they enjoy it, especially coming up to Christmas time. It's a Christmas specialty. It's something that you can buy from the street food vendors also on the road, depending on where you are in Trinidad. So the Jamaican dukono is similar, so I thought that it would be nice to show you how to make our sausage and baked bean pastel. So sauteing up the sausage. The sausage is already partially cooked. And this is all there is to it. Our pastel filling is ready. Look at that. So I'm going to now show you how to put the pastel dough together. Okay guys, so for pastel or blue draws, you need some banana leaf. And for the banana leaf to be flexible, you have to put it over the fire. Now in Jamaica, we refer to this step as quailing the banana leaf. Did you know in Trinidad they refer to banana leaf as fig leaf? Isn't culture an amazing thing? You know, it's definitely a way of life. So, but we just call it banana leaf. So banana leaf or plantain leaf is fine. And you put it over the fire. So whether you have an electric stove or one like I'm using, or wood fire, you just put it over it. The purpose is that the heat warms up the banana leaf and it makes it much more flexible, meaning that when you're folding it, it will not break on you. So we call this process quailing the banana leaf, and that's all there is to it. Done, done, and done. Turn it off. Now we have banana leaf that is more flexible. See that? All right, so let's make some Trinidadian inspired pastel. Okay then guys, so for our pastel dough, we're going to need 2 cups of cornmeal. I am using what we call in Jamaica a refined cornmeal. So to this, I am going to add some annatto. Now I'm adding 1 teaspoon of annatto. What annatto does is going to give it a nice orange color at the end. Adding the annatto is totally optional, so if you don't have it, don't worry. You could add a teaspoon of turmeric or curry powder just to add some flavor. I'm adding some salt and then adding some fat. I'm adding approximately 1/4 cup of melted butter and 1 cup of warm water. After you add that, you want to just mix it. Cornmeal takes a lot of water, so don't be afraid to add the water. This is what you want to see. You want to mix it into a nice paste, and as it sits, it's going to absorb the water. And then my secret ingredients is a ripe plantain. This is one ripe plantain that I peel and mash with a fork. I'm going to add it in. The plantain adds some extra moisture to this, and of course it adds that flavor from the plantain. Sometimes I make this and I add grated green bananas as well. So whatever you like, you can add it in, but this is plantain I just added. And this is the consistency of the dough. See that? Now I'm going to just let this dough rest for 10 minutes just to make sure I have enough moisture in it, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like after 10 minutes. Okay guys, so our cornmeal, water and plantain batter has been resting for 10 minutes. It seemed fine. Now please note that different cornmeal takes a different amount of water, but this cornmeal I buy it in the supermarket. This is what we call the bulk cornmeal, but the refined one, the finer one. And plus I added plantain in there just to make it extra delicious. So I'm going to use my scoop and portion it on my banana leaves that are all quailed and ready. But before that, you want to make sure that you grease the banana leaves. You grease it so that the batter does not stick. So it's a good idea to have a pastry brush. Now I set up a nice little production line here because I just want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and done. All right, so here we go. So I'm using a 4-ounce scoop and I'm going to fill it up like this, and I put the same amount on each leaf. Very important. This is going to give me about 8. And then what I like to do is put a little grease on my hand just to make sure it doesn't stick. You can also use a spoon, and I spread them. You want to spread them in about, not too thin because you want to be able to fill it, to hold the filling inside. So I'm going to spread it into about a 6-inch circle. All right, so you want to spread them about 6 inches wide. All right, and then we come in with our filling. I have some ham, so I'm putting like a tablespoon of ham, a tablespoon of beans, and just a dash of cheese, like a teaspoon of cheese. I'm adding cheese. This is my addition. So remember now, this is an inspiration from the pastel. So the pastel purists, do not come and get me. And then we want to fold it. So we fold it over like that and fold it over again like this. And this is why we grease it, so that it comes off nicely. And you fold the ends in like that. And again, see? Isn't that pretty? And then we wrap and roll. Wrap it one more time. Just wrap it. And then what I like to do is roll it over like this. And then my mom would tie it, but I like to put it into foil. So I put it in foil with the seam end up. And then I fold it in the foil again. Fold it over like a little gift. And then we roll and squeeze. You want to wrap it nicely. And by the way, these are boiled. If you have a steamer, you can put them in your steamer. But I like to just put them in boiling water. So this is the first one. I'll show you what the rest look like as I make them up. All right, guys, so I have my pot of water boiling, and we have all of our pastels wrapped in banana leaf and then secured in foil, and they're gonna go in here. I'm gonna try and fit all of them in. What I'll do, these are gonna cook for about 15 minutes, and then halfway through I'll put the ones at the top to the bottom to make sure that everything cooks evenly. See you in 15 minutes. Okay guys, so our pastels have been boiling for about 7 minutes, so I'm gonna turn it over, put the ones at the top, at the bottom, make sure that they cook evenly. Okay, here we go. Just be careful with them. All right, so we're gonna take these out of the water in another 7 minutes. All right, guys, so our Trini inspired baked bean and sausage pastel is ready. So I'm going to just take them out and drain the water off, and then I'll show you what the finished pastel looks like. All right, so our pastel has been cooling for about 5 minutes, so now it's safe to touch. Please allow it to cool before you try opening the package. And then I'm so excited to see what it looks like. Oh, doesn't that look like a gift of love? Okay, so I'm gonna slide it onto our plate. I like to keep it in the banana leaf. I think the banana leaf adds to the presentation. And then let me just cut into it for you. Look at that. Can you see that little cheese oozing out? This is our ham, cheese, and baked bean pastel. I can't wait to bite into it. This is absolutely delicious, and of course, that's plantain that we added to it, added a tint of sweetness. It's absolutely delicious. I do hope you find this tutorial informative. Make some pastel today, or if you call it dukuno, make dukuno, whatever you call it. If you're looking for something else to make for your family, this is inexpensive and absolutely delicious. I am your Diva Chef. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. I love to hear from you. I'll see you next time with another of my family simple but tasty Jamaican inspired or Caribbean inspired, in this instant, comfort meal.